Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live stream where we are streaming live now from beautiful Los Angeles, California, USA, where the wind is blowing super hard, trees are toppling, and trash is spinning in a whirlwind up 7 or 8 stories next to buildings. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday so far. You know I am. You want to know why? Because I'm awake. If I wasn't having a good time, I would be sleeping right now. Sure. I hope you guys are all doing wonderfully. I've had, you guys probably noticed if you give two shits that I have not really been around the webs this week. And there are a few different reasons why that happened. One, I'm trying to figure some shit out for me, like life shit and work shit. And so it's been kind of a wild ride this week. I have been like coming to some understandings about myself. And yeah, let's focus on personal shit and then we'll go into work shit. Okay. So I've really come to understand what I'll say what I want from the people in my life. And one of the things that makes decisions like this difficult is you tell yourself, okay, these are the things that I want, and I'm not going to be putting up with any other shit anymore. This is how life's going to go for me now. Blah, 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 blah. So you say these things, and then you realize, oh shit, a bunch of the things that I said I wasn't going to put up with anymore, I'm surrounded by because of the people in my life. And then you're like, well, fuck, what do I do? Do I like really like cut these people out? Like what's the thing? What's the plan? Okay. So you end up having to make some really fucking hard decisions. And that's been kind of like what's been happening. This week has been me making decisions that have been super fucking difficult for me to make. And it's like, I know in the long run, this is going to benefit me. But right now, this sucks and it kind of hurts. But at the same time, like, it's not going to hurt later. And there will be, I'm a lot less likely to be hurt by those things, by those people in the future. Oh, what's up, Caitlin? Yeah, you're gonna have like 30 seconds worth of stuff to watch. Adam, what's up, man? So I'm not saying like you guys should all do this too, because it does kind of suck. But noticing people in your life that are shit, and you don't have to like have like a big blow up with anybody, but just knowing like, oh, I don't need this in my life. That's a big thing, It like as far as self-awareness goes, it's a really powerful thing to know that you need to do these things. It's another thing to actually do those things. So basically, there have been a few people in my life that I have known for a very long time who I really thought were like my closest friends, you know? Um, and it turns out that they're really not good people. Like, they're not awful people. They're just not people that like I need in my life, because okay, what's the saying? Well, I'm trying to remember how the saying goes. Like, you are the accumulation of the five closest people to you. Okay. So if this is true, if this is a true saying, that means the five closest people to you are like, if you took all of their qualities and added them up, that's kind of who you are, whether it's professional qualities, personal qualities, whatever. So if the people you hang out with, all they do is bitch and complain about stuff, um, and are miserable all the time, there's a good possibility that you will also be that thing. Okay. Um, so I just got really fucking tired of complaining about shit. And I realized that like I spend a lot of time really bummed out about shit. And I think it's because the people who I associate with are constantly, and this isn't why, like, I make my own choices, I do my own things, but like attracts like. And if all I do is sit here and bitch, that's the type of people I'm going to be surrounding myself with. And I noticed this one person who, it's really sad to like not have this person in my life anymore, but she just constantly complains about everything. She's constantly broke. She's constantly afraid she's not going to be able to pay her rent. Like, everything always goes wrong for her. And then she's like sick all the time too. She gets sick all the fucking time. And like, she'll like text me or call me or something. And she just tells me these horrific fucking things all the time. And like, I'm like, oh my God, like, am I feeling like that? And then like, I wasn't really sure about like everything I'm talking to you about. And then I remembered, I'm like, oh, like, I was having a bad day. And I'm like, oh, I should text her to tell her that I'm having a shit day. And I'm like, well, why would I do that? And I'm like, well, she always texts me when she's having a shit day. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, does she ever text me when she's not having a shit day? And I'm like, no, actually, like, whenever she's in a good mood, if she is, I don't hear from her. And there'll be like 7 or 8 days where I don't hear anything from her. And then like I'll get like messages like that where everything's gone to shit. And it just made me like kind of think about me and how I interact with the people in my life. And so just been doing a lot of soul searching and not wanting to put that shit out there and to put that shit on my friends. Like, if you're my friend, I don't want you to feel like shit every time you fucking hear from me. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing. The second thing was, like, I don't know how familiar a lot of you are with gaslighting. Jeff, what's up, dude? Oh yeah, don't get worried. I got in my own head and I've been there for the last week. JH, what's up? Caitlin says, I don't have to worry about having bad friends. I don't have friends. Caitlin, you have friends here. Dang it. Don't you say that. Okay. So there's all that stuff. All right. Now, Um, the other thing was gaslighting. Okay. Like, I noticed that some of the way that people close to me talk to me, it's very manipulative in the sense that if I had just met these people and they talk to me like that, I would never talk to them again. But I give a lot of people a lot of breaks because I've been friends with them for so long. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good because the manipulation still happens. The way things are worded still make me feel bad. So I'm like, why am I doing this? And then, like, the gaslighting shows up when you call them out on their behavior and in a nice way because you don't want to be shitty. Just go, oh, when you say those words like that, that makes no, not that you don't say it like that. When I hear you say those words like that, I feel that that's very manipulative, and it makes me feel like I need to say this, or that in order to make you happy. And that puts me in an uncomfortable situation, and I don't really appreciate that. Then the gaslighting comes, and then they're like, how dare you? You realize that, like, you blah, blah, blah. And it's just like the whole fucking thing. So, and being self aware is one thing, but when you're dealing with people like this, they will never understand that what they are doing is harmful because you have to be aware. You have to, like, give a shit and be aware that the things you're saying can make somebody feel like something else. And then whenever I fucking do this, I always go, I'm like, oh my gosh, can you guys hear my sink? I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Oh yeah, Adam. So you have an audiobook, right? And is that up on Bandcamp? Is that where that is? Sorry, I got distracted by the loud sink. It's driving me crazy. Anyway, so I don't need to keep fucking talking about this, but it's like, so that's been one big thing happening that, oh, and somebody said something to me. I'm trying to remember the quote, and I don't know who actually said this because I don't think my buddy like coined this phrase, but what he said was, don't burn yourself or don't light yourself on fire to keep others warm. And that fucking, it took me like 5 minutes to figure out exactly how it was phrased, but the idea of, like, um the idea of, in order to make others feel comfortable, you fucking put yourself in harm to do so. That's not the best way to live. And the best way to live is for you to be very healthy so you can help the people that need your help and all that other shit. Whatever. Let's see here. What's it called, Adam? Can you do links? I don't know if you can put links in the chat. I don't think you can. Oh, and then that's another thing. I'm trying to quit smoking, like, really, and I'm vaping more, and I'm going back and forth where I hate vaping and then I just don't mind it. So that's been a lot of fun. It's not fun at all, but we're pretending now. So that's a thing. I went a couple days without drinking just to try to, like, dry out and, like, kind of have, I don't know, like, more clear thoughts. Didn't really work. But I will say this, I got fucking wrecked, like way more than usual, and had a hangover that lasted almost the entire next day. It was awful. It was really bad. But then I realized, I'm like, oh, I never get drunk like that. That's why, like, I don't mind drinking because I don't ever get fucked up like that. And I got fucking wrecked. And it was like I had a good night and it was fun and I was hanging out with some friends and stuff and everything was great. But um, yeah, I don't ever drink like that. So yeah, that's something new. So I think one of the things I'm gonna do is not drink like that again. But I guess you have to do dumb shit every once in a while to remember why you don't do dumb shit. Just if you're gonna be doing dumb shit, do it in a safe space so bad things won't happen. But yeah. But so as far as like work shit goes, I've been having a lot of thoughts about that and shit. Um, the Mart book got taken, like it's under advisement or like review or something like that because I don't know, it has something to do with Amazon thinking that um, my Mart book has something to do with Walmart or something like that. I don't fucking understand what the fuck happened. But so I'm either going to, it's going to either go up, I'm going to have to re upload it and change how I word the title, um, or I'm just going to skip it and go to the next book. So there's that. Um, I only have 2 copies of Abnormal Brain left. So if anyone wants that, get that as soon as you can, because I don't know how much longer those are going to be there. And then I'm going to try to get Blood Rag. What would that be? 16 or 17? I can't see the number from this far away. I'm going to try to have that up before Thanksgiving. And then the Bloodshed review will be out after Thanksgiving. So there is that. Oh, and you guys let me know what you think about this. I don't know what I feel about it, but I've been like, I had a talk with somebody about like talking about like career stuff and the things that I should probably start adopting that other people in this poetry world do and have success doing. And one of these things, it seems so silly to me, but it might be a fucking thing. But it is to start having um, like release parties for the shit I put out. Like start making events based around me putting out stuff. So I guess my next chapbook, I'm going to actually have some type of in person event for it. I don't know how often I could handle doing this. I really don't fucking know. But maybe even doing some more live stream shit if I could figure out a way to make a live stream exciting for something like that. I don't know if I could keep that up. But so I'm really like going back and forth with this whole like putting on events for that because I've always been wanting to put on events that have a bunch of people doing shit. Like you would put shows together and stuff. But I don't know. Like I'm looking at a bunch of different places in LA because I would rather do events at like bars or clubs than I would um, like bookstores or coffee shops. But I think that too is like a lot of like in my experience with the things that I've done, I've always had better luck at clubs and bars than I've had at bookstores and coffee shops. So I don't know. I'm like on the fence about this. If you guys have any, what do you call it? Any advice, you could like send me an email or drop it in the comments here. But did anyone do anything fun this weekend before I decide what is happening? Oh, as far as weight stuff, um, what's the ha? What are you laughing at, Jeff? What are you laughing at? Um, I am down 15 pounds from when I started, and I'm already noticing some things because like there was like a almost a week where I felt like I wasn't losing any weight, but like my body was changing. And like that was really kind of like tripping me out a little bit. Um so I don't know. Like I've been digging that. The yoga's been going great. Um I stopped going to Planet Fitness and I'm gonna start going to this gym in Koreatown. I went for a couple days and it was pretty cool. It's very busy though. So I'm trying to find a time where I'm not spending half my time there waiting on fucking machines and waiting for benches and shit like that. Have you thought about doing an online event for Bloodshed? Um, yes, I have. And I think the easiest way to do that would be not a live event, and it would have to just be like a video event. And there were a bunch of you who, not a bunch of you, but I asked a bunch of you to send me in um, you doing readings so I could put together like um, almost like a big reading video. And I only got a couple things, and I was uh, I was expecting more. So basically, one of the and I'm going to be fucking honest right now, okay? One of the problems that I'm having in doing a lot of how do I even say this? This is freaking me out. I'm going to have to stop this. I don't know what that did. Okay. Uh, one of the things that I get not irritated but kind of miffed by is how do I don't want to like hurt feelings and I don't want people to feel like I'm calling them out because it's just everyone's different. But like I feel like a lot of the people that I want to push and I want to promote um when I give them the reins to do something, they don't do it at all, or they don't do it to what I would want them to do in pushing and all this other shit. And that's fine. Because like the biggest thing here is that everyone does stuff different. And there is no right or wrong way about it. But when I'm putting like not just my time, but also my money into shit, and I feel like things aren't really happening, it really takes the wind out of my sails and it makes me not want to fucking do it. So, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with some of that stuff. And I've been trying to come up with better ways to do stuff to where I'm not putting a lot of pressure on other people to do shit, but I don't know how to do these things without um yeah, I don't know. Like um I guess that's the best way I can answer that question without any more follow-up questions. So, oh, and just so you guys know too, like down in Venice this weekend is this big poetry festival thing that they do every year at Beyond Baroque. Mindy, hello. And I totally wanted to go because Terrence Hayes was speaking on Friday. And if you guys remember me telling you that there's this language poet that lives in my building, um, that I keep trying to like run into to get her on the podcast and just like just talk shop kind of thing. She was doing something there today. Problem is, okay, I completely forgot that that was this weekend until last night because another friend of mine was pissed off because she wanted to go. Or no, it wasn't last night, it was Friday. She wanted to go and was trying to get into a workshop and couldn't get in. Let me see. What more would you like people to do? Could you make a list of things to do? I acknowledge and accept your criticisms to the extent that they apply to me, man. Um, wow, that's like I'm not fucking like attacking anybody or like I am criticizing, but the thing is, it's like okay, here's an example. If you asked me to come to your house and cook you dinner, okay? This is like the best way I could think of saying this. You asked me to come to your house and cook dinner. I come over and I'm like, what kind of food do you like? Like, what's your favorite meal? And you're like, lasagna. And I'm like, you got it. I'm gonna make you some fucking lasagna. Go sit in the other room, relax. I'm gonna fucking cook for you. And I go into the kitchen and I'm fucking like doing all this stuff. I'm doing everything from scratch. So this is gonna take a minute, right? I'm fucking doing the shit. And then like just like little things you like meat in your lasagna, okay? And maybe I don't know that you like meat in your lasagna. So I'm making like a vegetarian lasagna for some stupid fucking reason, okay? And let's say like your favorite part of lasagna is the ricotta cheese in it. Like those layers of ricotta, you know. But I don't know that that's necessarily your favorite part. And instead of using ricotta, I use cottage cheese because I'm some sadist that like is just making lasagna different for some reason. But this is the food I give you. Okay. And it takes a little bit longer. And then when we sit down to eat, you're eating it and like it looks like lasagna and you're tasting it and it kind of tastes like lasagna, but it tastes completely different than what you expected that to taste like. And so you're kind of like at first put off, but then you're eating it and you're like, but this is lasagna and it is pretty good. It's just not the lasagna that I would make. Like you're never going to be upset that I went out of my way to come and cook you dinner. You're just probably going to be a little like miffed and maybe like maybe I won't ask him to cook me dinner anymore kind of thing. And I'm not trying to say that in a shitty way. I'm trying to make this is like so like, you know, you guys know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to give you guys shit. I bet people would do the things if you sent an email with a list of things or how to Zoom and gave everybody homework. Oh no, don't worry. I don't feel attacked. I get it. Oh my God, you're on your way to a handlebar stash. Yeah, it's looking pretty handlebar-y. Like I feel like I could, I don't know, fabricate motorcycles now or something. I would be pissed if you gave me lasagna with cottage cheese. Dude, I'm telling you. Okay, now I'm just going to throw this out there. That happened, like, where, trying to remember how it happened, like what the reasoning was. Oh, the reasoning was somebody made lasagna with cottage cheese, and I'm like, well, why would you do that? And I didn't have any of it, but I'm like, why would you do that? And they're like, oh, it's just like it's a little healthier, it's like less fat. And I'm like, oh, like, is it good? And they're like, yeah, it's great, I love it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try that. So the next time I made lasagna, I actually did it with the cottage cheese. Do not like it. It is not tasty, guys. Stick with the fucking ricotta. Ricotta. You got to do the ricotta. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. So, see, like, here's where I'm feeling like in a corner a little bit, because like how do I say it? Like, I don't want to tell any of you that like you're doing something wrong, because you're not doing anything wrong, you know? And like when you say, is there anything I could do better? Like there's stuff like that I would do different. I don't necessarily know if it's better or not, you know? It's just what I do different. So maybe people need help knowing what to do. Okay, that is a fair criticism. I'll tell you what. Let me try to put together some shit and see if I don't know, maybe like doing like a marketing video, or I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I could like do an email or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's yeah. I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out. But anyhow, so what is going on with everybody else? Write a how to market poetry handbook. It's like this just goes back to everything else that like if you guys, I'm eating soup. Is it windy as fuck over there right now, dude? Like I keep thinking some shit's gonna fucking slam against my window here. I think what the big problem is, and Jeff, I've been editing our podcast episode all week. I'm going to do the intro and the outro on it today, and it'll probably be up, I think, Wednesday. But we talked about a lot of this on the podcast. And somebody on my last episode um, left a comment. No, you don't suck, dude. Come on. Hey, calm down a bit. Okay. On the last podcast episode, somebody left, I can't remember who it was. Somebody left a comment that was really fucking solid about why poetry isn't popular and all this other shit. And left some really good examples and shit. But the whole thing isn't so much people trying to get people to buy poetry. It's just like sales. And I know that sounds fucking stupid, but it's just like you know, like when people go like, oh, that guy could sell like ice cubes to Eskimos or whatever like that, or you know, like that guy could sell beachfront property in New Mexico or something like that. Like all of these like ridiculous sayings and all this other shit. I'm not saying people need to be salesy, but I think with poetry, there needs to be something almost to where we set ourselves apart in what we're showing people, to where it's not like I need to put these thoughts together and come up, and I think I'll just do another podcast about this, but like the idea of not just selling somebody the idea of liking poetry in general, that you want people to be excited to hear what you have to say, what you're going to be, what journey you're taking them on, instead of it being, you need to be excited about poetry, you know. And I'm not saying you guys are doing that. I'm just saying, like, I feel like there's just a total mind shift that has to happen. And for some reason, like, it's very it's very challenging for people to want to make that separation, to want to make that break. And I know I'm speaking vague as fuck right now, and I'm not trying to. It's just, it's. I'm still looking at that. Do I suck? I bet I suck. You don't suck. I don't know, guys. It's fine. I don't know. I think I kind of walked myself into a stupid area over here, but there's a lot of cool, interesting shit that is happening, and a lot of cool shit that is like on the horizon and stuff, you know. So help me see your vision. If you were going to make a commercial for your next book, what might it look like? Oh, I have no idea. Like, that would, I mean, shit, that would probably be dependent on what the next book would be. I have no idea. I don't know if like, I understand what you mean, like if you were going to make a commercial, like, as an example. I don't know. I feel like I need to like dive into this a little bit more. But yeah, you guys, I mean, you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but I think you guys know the feelings that I'm having about it right now. But anywho, um, yeah, so I have a video that I think I'm going to have out tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. That is talking about people either being afraid to share their plans or being afraid to fail, and then also not giving a fuck about all that shit. So hopefully that will kind of help a lot of this shit here too. And then the podcast with Jeff will be out probably on Wednesday. Yeah. So, oh, and then that was another thing. As far as the workshops go, for those of you who are here right now, would you guys rather do the writing Zooms on Sunday as opposed to Friday? I know I've said this before, but when I'm done here, I think I'll put a thing in the like community tab, like a poll, and see what you guys decide you want to do. So Mindy would be a Sunday compared to a Friday. Okay. Okay. Cool. Because I think JH even said, like, doing it around this time on Sundays would be better for him. I think that's what he said. Oh, look at JH looking out for us Americans. What a fucking nice guy, dude. No, I know. It's kind of tricky. It is tricky for real. I think what it is, how the whole Friday thing started was because I did this like 5-day workshop thing. Okay. Like where I was doing live streams every day on the normal feed um, for people to come to and do the thing. And a bunch of people came, and then the people who were able to come during that time all liked coming during that time. So the workshop, the weekly workshop thing, just easily fell into that same time period. So I think that's how that came into being like that. So yeah, it's just one of those fucking things, dude. But it doesn't always have to be. And I'll probably still do like a members stream. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to keep doing those on Friday or if I should do them like later or something like that. But as next year comes around, like my schedule is changing kind of drastically. So I'm wanting to kind of get as much stuff in motion as possible for that. Jeff says I wrote 2 of my favorite poems in that workshop series. Oh, sweet. Good. That's awesome. Jeff, when's the next open mic? TikTok. Okay. This Friday. Okay, so the day after Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving's this week, right, guys? Like, I'm not crazy on that. Okay. All right. Cool. That means I have a lot of shit to do this week. Look. Anyone doing anything like crazy for Thanksgiving? Anyone going like super far for Thanksgiving? JH is like, what the fuck's a Thanksgiving? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure he understands. Yeah. I'm going to try and hit your live stream, Jeff. I had Thanksgiving last month. No thanks for giving here. Yeah, because Canada Thanksgiving is in October, right? Or is it September? I'm going 4 hours. Ugh. Well, hopefully that's a trip you enjoy making. I'm only going an hour away, but it might drive me crazy. Let's be real. We talked about this on last week's thing, where it seems like every family holiday thing just turns into like a massacre with my family, dude. Yeah, ours is in October. Okay. There you go. Microwave a hungry man turkey dinner. I should actually just get one of those for fun. I haven't had one of those in fucking ages. All right, guys, I'm going to skip this and I'm going to wrap this up for last week's homework. I found out my brother and sister are both Virgos with me. Boom. See? It's weird how things like that happen. Yeah, did anyone else do last week's homework? Oh, shit. My mom was a Capricorn. Oh, my gosh. Well, I mean, obviously not all Capricorns are horrible, evil people, but like, you know, like things are what they are, man. My mom and wife are both Scorpio. Yep. It's so weird how things happen, dude. Dad was a Taurus. Yep. Taurus moon over here, fucks. Yep. That's what's happening. All right, everybody. Well, if I don't talk to you before Thursday, even if you don't live in this country, I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving or just a happy Thursday. Okay. My dad's a cappuccino. Oh, that's great. That's good. All right, guys. So I wish you all well, and I will talk to you. Yeah, I got to run. The cops are coming, dude. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.